handle is the soft side of the door. Doors have two sides. So you have a hard side and a soft side. Hard side's going to be hinge side, and soft side's going to be your handle side. The hard side, it's basically just called the hard side because if you're going to take the door from the hard side, you're either going to be fucking met with a door, or you're going to have to clear behind the door after you come in. And you kind of have a negative corner fed at that point because you can't really see behind the door either when you're plying around. Other shit, which you can't really see on this, would be looking around the edges of the door for any objects or anything.
Can I?
Send it.
So in the instance of coming to this door here, if I'm correct, and I don't know how you guys run it, but the guy that's on the hinge side here, the door's going to open to him. Essentially, if I'm correct, he's going to be the opener because the other guy can keep his gun up. Whereas, yep. Okay,
yeah.
sorry. Yep.
So yeah, objects and shit that you're looking for. We don't really do any of that yet, but after this, I'll start doing it. And there's fucking IDs and wires and shit around doorways.
Yep.
But moving on to what Barney was saying. So approaching doors, if you're approaching a door that has hinge sides facing you, as Barney said, the guy opening the door is going to be the guy on the hinge side. For any door, or for majority of doors, you're usually going to send two past, and then one dude's going to be pulling security and the other one's going to be on the door. But we'll talk about like single man clearance through doors as well. So hinge guy's always going to open the door and he'll wait for some kind of signal or anything like that from a dude. So that can be like white light, obviously IR lasers or anything. You can't even see that, yeah. Then he'd open the door for me, then I'd fucking do my pie and shit. If you're taking a door like this, it's the opposite. So we have no hinges. So the guy opening the door is going to be the guy on the handle side, because then this guy can fight from the hard side of the door. The one behind it somehow. Easy. Any questions on that? Go around pieing and shit now.
Can I? Yeah. Sorry about that before. So in the instance of this door here, so can you stack on here with me? Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to open, right? So yes, you're the guy that's doing it, but can we do a double pie around to the center?
Yeah, we could.
And both go, but you're still the number one for an entry in that instance.
Yeah, so we can do that. It's kind of wooden armor because there's no like.
It's a bit janked, yeah.
You can't orientate yourself on the person next to you.
Yeah.
But like, I'm pretty sure I've done it with order and shit before. Even in like the kegs last up, where we did a fucking double pie through the threshold.
I guess it's something just to add to the thought, yeah.
If you're doing that though, you should always maintain that fucking this dude is the one man up until the point that if you say something, you can fucking say you've got something or just transition off. Pieing and shit. I'll go through on this side actually. There's a few areas or stages to pieing. So you've got your first one, which is just minimal or short, where you can see just a tiny slice into the room. And that's where you can usually identify where the door is. So if it's open here, I can see I'm fucking looking into the door. You can also figure out the room type pretty well from that, which we'll go into in just a little bit. And then you have off to your 45, which is where your 45-degree angle from the inside. And then you can see majority of the room. If it's a deep room, then you can identify that at this point as well, because you'd be able to see the far corners if it isn't deep by now. You've got your 90, which is where you're on side of this. And I'll talk about center stepping in doorways as well, which is what you do from this point. And then you go all the way around to your 180, where you're on the opposite side of the frame. Any questions on that?
That's good.
So
at any point you take contact during that, you continue your movement, or do you engage and continue to move?
Pretty circumstantial. But you're basically at each one of these points, you'd be orientating yourself. So if you get to this point, you'd engage from this point. If you go to a 45, engage from the 45. Go to the 90, engage from the 90. And then if it's a center fed room, like what this example basically is, you don't really want to be fucking staying in this area for too long.
Yes.
Especially if it's a deep room, because you're fucking hanging in the open of the threshold.
Yep.
Yeah. Any other questions on that? Cool. Yeah, so you'd be orientating yourself on this while you're coming up. Pretty easy to do with track AR, harder if you don't have track AR, and almost impossible. But each time you hit this, so you hit the narrow angle, you can do a fucking quick shadow check, buddy check, see where dudes are at, see if somebody's looking at another window or some shit if they get up, as if there's a dude in there. 45, same shit, another little check once you've looked in the room. 90, same shit, another little check. And fucking finish up the pie. Sounds good? Cool. Another thing about just muzzle awareness and breaking your gun up and shit. If you're not looking at something or doing a job, so a job being, you know, fucking providing security or looking somewhere, you should break your gun up. Basically, because you're just saying, you know, oh, I haven't got a job, or what I'm looking at isn't, you know, fucking, it's a blank wall or some shit. So there's no threat there. Because if you've got your gun up and you're like looking at a fucking wall or looking into a doorway or some shit that's like been previously cleared, then there's almost an expectation that there's going to be a dude there, or that you've seen something that's, you know, piqued your interest maybe. Does that make any sense?
100%.
Yes.
Any input or questions on that? Cool. We'll go to room types real quick. Just run through those. First room got was a short room. This can be in any orientation. But this is a coming from the right here. It's just a conifed room. But any short room, a short room is just a room that's can't fit any more than 2 people inside. So obviously this room, if somebody else was to come in with me, it'd be pretty fucking cramped. So we don't want any more than 2. In armor, you can basically have a short room be single man cleared. Setting any more than 1 is usually a bit of a crowd. All good with the short rooms?
Yep.
Cool. Main shit about these is you want to call out that it is actually a short room, so you don't fucking flood the room with too many dudes and then have a gaggle fucking side. So once I've got into this point, I can already see that it's a conifed up to the 45, and I can see the deep end, so I know that it's short, at least in this direction. It might be a hallway. But I get to the other side, I can obviously see that it's short, so I can just say short room or short, and I can fucking do my clearance on it. Cool.
Cool.
Easy. Next room type, obviously center fed. We'll go through some other shit, like points of domination, and 2 main clearances on this as well. Corner fed rooms, obviously, not corner fed, sorry, center fed rooms, obviously fed from the center. The main challenges about these rooms is you're going to have these angles in these corners where dudes can be hiding, especially on the hard side of the door, because he can be hiding behind that door as well as being in this corner. There's 2 types of entries you can do on these rooms. Mainly what we'll be doing is crisscross entries, where the 1 and 2 man would already have passed this door. 1 man would be pulling security here, and then he'd get obviously shaken off into probably the 3 man. And then the 1 and 2 man, which would be these 2 dudes respectively on each side of the door, they'd have their pie complete and shit, and then they'd just cross into the room and go to their points of domination. Points of domination are points within the room where you can see the most of the room without overexposing yourself to other angles. So say if this room had another door in this corner or some shit, you wouldn't show yourself to that door. It's usually 1/3 into the room on either side, and then the second dude through the door on either side would just stop on the right side of the doorway and look front. So these dudes are on cross cover on each other, and these dudes are fucking looking forwards. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. The other type of entry you could do on this is button hooking or J hooking. It's called a bunch of shit, but it's basically just where you fucking go in, you still clear center, and then you come around to your corner instead of crossing into the other one. The main reasons you do this is if there's an obstruction on this side or anything like that, then you'd basically just do like a red zone drill or a dead space drill, which we're going to as well. Any questions on that or any input? Nope.
Not good.
Cool. Next one's confed right. Well, that's what I'd call it. You guys would call it a confed left or anything, let me know, but I'm pretty sure I'd call this a confed right at least, because it feeds right. So is that what the terminology in... Yeah, cool.
Agree.
Same thing in Australia, let's go. Main thing here is running the rabbit. So any kind of fed room, you want to run the rabbit. Basically, because you're trying to go to the path of least resistance. So if I've got into this door's open, or say this is just a threshold with no door, I can go to the narrow. Actually, real quick, there's two types of kind of fed rooms. There's positive and there's negative kind of fed rooms. This room is a positive kind of fed room. So I'm coming up from this side. I can see from the narrow that this is kind of fed because I can see a wall. If there's no wall here and I'm just looking in, it's negative kind of fed. And what that means is I'm going to have to get to the other side of this fucking door before that I know that it's kind of fed. Make sense?
Yep.
So if that's like a wall which is open to the exterior or something, would that be like an example?
What do you mean by that?
If you can't see a wall right there, I
Yeah.
would say an example of one of those rooms. Say like it's a double door garage and you're coming through the door that goes to the interior. Is that like an example of one of those rooms?
Yeah, it could be. Just any room where you can see a wall, or well, you can't see a wall until you're past like the 90-degree is a negative kind of fed. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Just
Yeah,
because you can't
zero
tell that
in
it's kind
front
of
of
fed
you.
until you add to this point. Yeah. Yeah, main thing here is running the rabbit. There's another stuff which is center step, which isn't really good on positive kind of feds like this, but we'll go over it on the next stream. But running the rabbit basically just means you're going to go down the wall that basically has the least resistance. So I'm going to follow this wall, and what I've got to clear is that deep right corner, well, this deep right corner and that soft corner. So I'm going to go down this wall and I'm going to clear those. And my 2-man is going to J-hooking or button hooking and go to this corner. The main reason you're doing that is because if there's a dude deep in this corner,
He'll
gonna be able
engage
to-
you first.
Yeah, he'll be able to fucking smack you as soon as you come around this corner and run straight at him because basically just handing him a fucking nice A shot. Make sense? Cool.
Yep.
Something to recognise in this as well, and also in the rear room, in the last room, which I didn't talk about, is 1 and 2-man. The 1-man is always going to be right, and the 2-man's always going to do this opposite of what the 1-man's doing. So if I'm the 1-man and I've elected to button hook this, the 2-man is still going to fucking run along this wall instead of coming with me and button hooking as well. Make sense? Cool. Lots of nods. Any other points from anybody on positive kind of feds? No? Cool. Negative kind of fed. Coming up to this wall, I can see that there's a open space. I can't see that it's kind of fed up until the point I've got into the 90, and then I can see the other walls here. So main thing to deal with here is you're dealing with this deep corner, then you're dealing with the far corner, then this soft corner. And then at that point, you no longer need to come over to this side of the wall because you're just going to fucking look at a blank wall. So instead of overexposing yourself to any angles out this way, you can do what's called a center step, which is where you come up to the 90, identified it's kind of fed, then you can just fucking do a standard step and come forwards. Make sense? Cool. Dead space as well. So if I've come into this room right now, I've obviously gone right to run the rabbit. My 2-man's come through and he's gone deep. The main way you're going to clear dead space is through having one dude hold security on the dead space while the other dude pushes up. Basically, it's flank or off its right or left axis. So what you'd do here is you'd come through, you'd clear left, clear right, dead space, deep left. Hold left, push right. So this dude's going to hold. He's just going to watch this dead space. Dude on the right's going to push. Just clear out the dead space. Or red zone, whatever you want to call it. Make sense? Cool. Partition or 4-way cross rules. Main thing here is double button hooking. So it's something you also do potentially on the center feds. With double button hooking is where you barrel wave up or down. A barrel wave is where you basically meet at the top, then come back down. Some people do it different ways. Some people like break their gun up when they're ready to go and then break it back down, then go. But like we'll just make the standard of come up, meet the barrel at the top, then come down together and then go. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Yep.
That's what our barrel wave is going to be. So if you're coming up to this, you have 2 dudes on either side. So again, you're either going to hold set first one's going to get set here. Second dude's going to push across with the third dude. And fucking obviously one here, one here. Then he's going to push down this. Cross cover is always better than fucking holding your own cover because you can see deeper into an angle. So here I can see all up this shit. Whereas if I'm trying to hold the left, I can obviously see a fucking tiny bit. So you're always looking to hold cross cover. So I'm coming up this way. I'm holding this dude's right. This dude's holding his left. You're going to meet here. Obviously, you can both see that it still goes. Then you're going to barrel wave up, come back down, hook around. Obviously, this is a 4-way, so you'd fucking just get set here and then dudes can move across. But does the double break make sense? Or breaking up?
Yep.
What were you? Do you want to say that order? Or yeah, it does. Yeah, so what order said was usually like you don't want to hold at the top because you might hold at the top for a really long time. That's basically what you're saying, right? Like before he notices that you're actually holding. So wave instead. Yeah, gotcha. Cool. Yeah, so I mean, you now know both of those ways. So it'd either be like a 3-wave until you meet and then go, or just meet at the top.
Can we make a concession that, like, being armor, you know, I know that's really IRL shit. Can we make the concession we can still do the barrel wave, and obviously want to keep the muzzle pointing in the direction of expected contact, but like actually just put it into a comms thing as well, and just go,
Yeah.
all right, barrel wave, you're set, okay, go.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah, you can.
But being armor, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like what order just did was pretty easy to follow, and I'll get you guys to all do this with each other as well, so you can get used to what you like doing. As long as we're all familiar with what each other's going to be doing, it doesn't really matter how we do it.
Yep.
As long as it's fucking consistent. Something else to talk about here is plating. So in armor, it's a bit different because you can't really fucking suck up to this corner. You're kind of stuck, fucking blocking this this walkway or this corridor. So plating on this, if we're trying to, get set here and pull security out to the north, I'm going to move out of this corridor and just move here. So I've actually got my plate out because you can't really fucking move your body in armor that well. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So get out of the fucking way.
Yeah, just fucking push into the threshold a little bit more just because the armor's a bit clunky.
Like,
Cool.
literally you're fucking janking out as you said.
Yeah. And then we're all happy with that. We'll just go back to Angle Band Corner Boy and some other shit. That's all our room types done.
Can I be Captain Obvious?
Yeah.
Here for a sec. Now, so center fed here, right?
Yeah.
So at the point, as I say, I'm sure we all know this, but like 80% of this room is cleared before you even go through here, like through your threshold. It's, and then it's onto the dead zone stuff. So that's where the rushing into rooms and stuff, like if you just go, I'm in here sort of thing, like you're going to get fucking shot. Like you can clear, as I say, 90% of this room from outside before you go in. So that's a big thing to remember.
Yeah. So
as I say, Captain Obvious, but yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think I actually mentioned it, which I did skip. But if this is a door and you send 2 past and then you open the door, obviously you still be fucking pulling it out and coming back.
Yeah, because you essentially, I guess,
like we don't ever want to do like dynamic entry unless we're specifically like doing a hostage rescue or some shit.
Like I say, Captain Obvious, but you're safer out here than in there.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, I didn't say. Oh, good.
Yep, my input. Sorry, guys.
No, you good. No, anybody else have any? Cool. All right, Angle Band Corner Boy. I think we should all know what it is. I hope. Maybe not Emu. Fucking ink armor, at least the way that Order taught me to do it was obviously we come up to this corner. I'm gonna be holding front. He's gonna be watching like fucking 45 right or whatever the fuck. I'm coming to this wall. If I see that it's a wall that goes around, or there's no longer a wall here that I can follow, I'm gonna break up that just means he's going to start the convoy angle man. I'm still going to have my weapon out, looking towards fucking where enemy might be. Then he's either going to signify through me from breaking up that I can pass around, or he'll just fucking take the angle and walk down the wall. Does that make sense? So if I'm here, he's figured it out as clear, then he wants to take the wall. He wants to stay on the left side. He can just walk through me. I'll just break up. And I cross over. Bit of a near far. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Obviously, you can do that verbally as well. So instead of breaking up, we're just like angle man or convoy angle man. Just anything that kind of triggers it. Cool. Easy. Cool. Another thing here, which is basically a double button hook, but we'll also go over moving out of this. So say we're coming out of a door frame. So pretend that this is a door frame over there, or it's like one of those fucking mud hut holes in the wall. There's a lot of cases where we'll be going down the side of a wall. So you'll come here again, do the exact same thing. Get here, have it clear. Actually, also at this point, coming up on a short space like this, one of the dudes will fucking get low so you don't shoot each other. Sound good?
Yep.
Then we can start waving. We'll go out into our position. Before this as well, the team leader would have called which way we're going to be pushing and holding. So say in this instance, we'll say hold left, push right. So we'll just do it again, order real quick.
In the,
Push right. Yeah.
in the event the team leader doesn't call it, would you say the number one man going through would make the call in the direction of travel?
Well, you're not really going to have a one man because you're both breaking up. But you got to
Yeah.
know your direction of travel regardless. Like if you're going forwards, then you're just going to both hold and look right, and then fucking get cold last man, then move through.
Yeah.
But like if you're trying to push down the wall, then there's probably going to be a conversation about which way you're going. Cool.
So in the instance where you mentioned the last band, like what are we doing in the sense if I'm stacked behind you two guys, right? I can jump through. So if you two push out into that hallway, you hold left and right. Say we're going left. Are you guys pushing that, or are we going to come out and come round? And then
So
me and
he'd be
Order
one
go.
man at that point. So Order would be one man. So we're pushing
Yeah.
left. I'm holding right. So he'd be one man. I'd be last man.
So I can join him as a three sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd
right.
be his second man at that point.
Okay.
So he'd either go to the far wall or stay in the close wall, and then you could swap out, or you can just stack up behind him.
Yep. Go yeah.
But the main thing of getting like these small corridors for armor is like fucking get your plate out and actually block with it. Because you can't really, as I said, position your body to fucking block.
Yep. Cool.
Easy. Danger crossings. There's two of these. The main one that I usually use because it's easier, at least for me, to think of how to do properly. It's just a normal, basically like a partition crossing. So you'd have two teams, usually two teams of four. You're going to get your gun if you have a gun to look at enemy most likely. So we'll pretend that's this way to the west. He's going to set here. Another dude's going to be here looking forwards. Other dude's going to be looking this way. Other dude's here going to be here looking forwards. And you have a lane in the middle, like a gap of 1 or 2 meters. And the other boys, so these boys can call set, or this team leader can call set. Other team can call crossing. They can cross. Their gun's going to do the exact same. Fucking look here. The other boys are going to get in front of them, keep looking forward. Other dude's going to be here looking this way. Other dude's going to be here looking forwards. Set, crossing. Then they'll move back through this lane, get back in front, and then these guys will just tag back on. So you go into it the same order, you leave it the same order. Make sense?
Yes.
How many dudes have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, cool. We'll just do it with a team of 3. So we'll have enemy most likely have 2 dudes. And least likely we'll just have 1 dude looking out to the right. Does that make sense? So we're just getting 2 lines of 3 real quick, or 2 files of 3.
On you.
Nah, so one watching like enemy most likely, then one watching direction of travel.
Directional shot, yeah.
Makes sense? Yeah, so danger crossing. Let's go back real quick. We'll need to line up and actually align because we're both going at the same time. So me, Order, and Ian, you're first team. All right, so we'll call set, then you guys can cross. Cool. All right, danger crossing. So Order's got the gun. Watching front. And he's watching right. Set. And they'd go crossing, cross.
Crossing.
Gun looks left. So you'd want to bump out a little bit further left, Krusty. Just so there's the lane for us. Then you'd call set. Crossing would pick up. Gun's always going to be the last to leave on crossings as well, just because they're looking anywhere as likely. Then we'll bump off. And then we can either call last man for you guys, or you can just join back on, or yeah, you'll get bumped off. Cool.
Yep.
Any questions about it?
Was I supposed to call order as last man as I moved?
No.
Alright, sweet.
Like you can, but if the
Order
if
should
his
call
team
last.
leader, if his team leader's cold crossing, then he'd probably just cross with them.
Okay.
So if this is a bit fucking all over the place too, I haven't written anything down for this. This is off the top of the head.
No,
That's
it's
good, bro.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
Nerd.
we'll just do some room shit with like 4 dudes. I'll just watch.
That's good because I got a piss. I'll be back.
Yeah, all good.
I actually have a question for you, which I came across another group. This is more. More comes down to situational and the actual design of an op or the op you're actually a part of. You're coming across a. Alright, let's say. Pull out the fucking gun. Sorry, I'm a bit fucking drunk at the moment. Alright, say the door here is a entry to a building, right? But your enemy combatants are actually in the direction of the entry of the door. So your objective is the house, but your enemies are actually facing the entry of the door that you have to come across. Would you, if you were stacking on the door and you got into contact when you're just about to breach the door or you're stacking up onto the breach, would you say it is better to push back and engage the targets that are outside, or would you say it's better to push in and clear it so that way you've got cover within the building? Or is that all situational depending on the enemy?
Pretty
combatants?
situational. Like whether what you see inside the room, whether it's going to be a room that you can fucking all fitting and there's space for you to take cover from the threshold where they're shooting you from. But also, hopefully, you're just not in a position where you have fucking enemy behind you or you're trying to breach a door. And like, if it's known enemy, then the team leader should fucking not have you breaching the door that's in the direction of the known enemy. But yeah, it's pretty situational. Like, if you've got, like, if this wall is a thing and it actually exists and there's just a flat wall here, it'd be pretty easy to just say, like, fucking push left or push north and just get behind this wall, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but obviously if there's like what I'd probably do, if the room has enough space and it's adequate to fucking push dudes inside, like just get in the room.
Yeah.
Because it's still safer being in a room fighting out of a room than fucking getting hosed down by cunts 200 meters away.
Yeah.
Strike.
Hmm?
I know I'm not the tactical guy, but could you also use smoke as a concealment for you to push on that door?
You're breaching It was TFI, right? We're breaching a building and the fucking team leader froze on the fucking door.
Who was it?
I can't fucking remember, man. I yelled at him, fucking make entry! That was just the sort of question I had. Like, how would you go about it? I fucking pressured him to fucking take the door because I didn't want to take more time to go around.
So
I was just thinking, like, was my decision correct to try to take the building, which had cover, which we were all stacked on to push in, or to try to exit the stack and try to make a way around to the opposite end of the building for cover?
So a concession that
situation we're in, yeah, that's fucking good time.
a concession that I can bring up is, just remember, smoke and armor goes through fucking walls. So if
It
you
wouldn't
throw
work.
a smokers
Yeah,
up
the
against the
situation
building,
that he's
and
talking about was
you end up in the building,
don't,
but you can't
don't need to
see
worry about the
shit.
situation.
So
But...
contact was here where I'm standing.
No, you're right, Barney. Like, especially because fucking you can't tell wind either, because you can't feel wind, so you don't know.
no,
what's
that's
going
right.
on.
Like, there's so many things that work IRL in the game, but like, there's a lot of things that just don't fucking work. Like, you throw a smoke, you've fucking blanketed this building that now you run into a blind fucking building. Like, you may as well just throw a fucking nine banger in there and just flash yourself and run in there. Like,
I was thinking Shrike was talking about a contact like, I don't know, 100 plus meters out, like just smoke 50 meters between you and that contact. But I now know the situation you're talking about.
It's still like, if you don't want to fucking go, just real quick, boys. Like, we'll end this conversation real quick, then move on to other shit, because I don't think we need to talk about it.
Yeah, go.
But say in that exact situation where you're getting fucking hit by dudes like 150 meters away, don't fucking throw smoke towards them and then fucking go back to the same door. Like, you fucking just kick the bee's nest, like sprayed him with some water, and then you fucking walking up to the bee's nest again. Like, at least for us, we should be trying to find a way to fix the problem. So we've come up to this door, we've got a problem, which is these cunts shooting at us. Let's go fix the problem through either maneuvering to another door or maneuvering on those cunts and killing them.
Yes.
Fair?
Understood.
Yep.
Get in,
Like, let's not do fucking band-aid shit. We're going to throw smoke and then push the door. Cool. All right, we'll do some shit on doors. So again, fucking center feds. We'll just do crisscross entries. We'll do a little bit on plating real quick, because I also didn't talk about that. If you want to come up, order. So plating through a door. If I'm here, this door's open. I'm the man closest to the door, so I'm going to be plying through the door. Plating just means that we're going to have security up the whole time. And I'm also going to be protecting this dude with my body and my plates whilst he's pulling security for me. Yeah, send it. If you want to stack up behind me. So I'll be here. I've got this open door plate moving. My keybinds are fucked. So we'll just fucking maintain each other's speed as we go across this doorway. Then he'll keep his weapon up to the same direction of travel, which is forwards, which is where enemy is probably also going to be. So he's then got security for me in on 4, so still looking into the room. At that point, if we're all going to go into the room, this dude would be last man as well. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. So we'll... there's 2 types of doors that we've got here. We've got ones that actually have doors on them. If you guys want to fucking send 2 around the door and then pie side, or there's obviously these open ones. But just getting like... I guess we can go team of 6 if we're all here. We'll just run through all of them, eh?
Let's do it.
Different point man each time, different order.
Yep.
So just continue with what you want.
Yeah. So also coming out of doors, I'll just touch on real quick because I never fucking see it happen. First man out of the door, at least with Americans, the first man out of the door is usually going to look in the opposite of the direction of travel. So he's just going to cover the rear, and then he's last man. And then the entire other team can just fucking come out and keep going this way. Obviously, he won't come out of the door alone. So it'd be first man out of the door, watching rear, second man out of the door, watching front, and now he's first man, and then pushing. Other way, you reckon? Alright, let's do that then. Alright, yeah, so first man would be fucking
Makes
going right
sense.
then.
Yep.
Cool. Our first man's going direction of travel. Yeah, that kind of makes more sense. And like
Have a gun.
leaf
pointing in the
resistance as
direction
well.
that you're moving.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's go then.
You said we're doing the full clearance.
Yeah, we'll just fucking go through each, and then we'll stop before the 4-way cross, and then we'll just go to the other side of the other side of the fucking walls.
Are we all feeding into those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Center fed.
Do you want to plate or anything? Yep.
Plate.
Copy.
Moving.
Alright, with you. Cool. We've got 4 men in the room. So again, like you usually want to crisscross these rooms. So caster would go right. Another good thing for this, which is pretty easy, is you can verbalize real easy in armor. So something that I do, just went to Zeus, is if I'm the one man on this side, I'm just going to say which way I'm going. So going in, going right, after we've done the wave. You can even do that in place of a wave, like what Barney was saying. So if I'm like this and I just want to go in, I'm going to say going in, which is like a bit of a warning that I'm going in, and then going right, which lets him know which way I'm going. So going in, going right, and I just send it right.
That's actually a good point. If you use the going in as like a set sort of procedure of those comms, like okay, going in, and then your actual like okay, going in, okay, going right, and then the going right in the direction is your actual movement. I guess.
Yeah. So that's like I verbalize that like every time I fucking go into a room. The
Just
2 and
to
3 man. Yep.
Sorry, just to sort of establish like that I guess SOP of comms. Like if you say going in, that's like a set movement, and you wait for your mate. Set, going right. That's your move.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like even though it's armor and you can't fucking see dudes looking at each other, it kind of showing that they're ready to move. Like if you've been sitting at the store for a bit and like he's leaned over or some shit, he's like moving a little bit. It's pretty obvious that he's still active and probably ready to go. So the going in, going right's pretty good as a warning for it. 2 and 3 man, as well as 4 man, can say which direction they're going as well. So like 2 man going right, or like 3 man going left, etc. Just so the next dude in the stack knows where he should be going, which is obviously opposite of the dude in front. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll verbalize it from now on. Let's just go back into the room and we'll just fucking do that redomination. Come into the room with us if you want, Amy. 5th man in room, if it's like this and it's awkward, they'll just fucking sit in the middle. Like 5th and 6th will just be in the middle.
Yep.
And obviously looking forwards. Cool. So room clear, coming out.
Gone out.
So Amy, you'd be first. Set. Can lose.
I'm like, oh, I can go.
So as well, like verbalization for that shit. Like if I'm set here, once I say set, then that's basically, as Barney said, obviously I'm set. So Amy can just say moving, and then he can move off on the right.
Yep.
And everyone behind him like should be on his ass already, so he should be good to move. Cool.
Fuck, I already forgot the name of this one. The
Corner fed right.
corner fed right. Buying. Going in, going left. Room clear.
Coming out.
Well.
Yeah, so you'd go right.
Oh, in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll just do that real quick again. We'll do all the verbalization. So set when you're looking in the rear, and then fucking moving when you're actually moving. Come back in here. Right, clear coming out. Other way. Wait, I'm wrong.
What?
Fuck. Yeah, I'm retarded. Go back in, go back in, go back in. I'm fucking backwards because I've always done it the other way. Yeah, coming out. Set.
Moving. On you, Shrike.
Ask me.
Moving.
Moving.
Gone fed left.
Yep.
Plate.
Yep.
Need a plate.
On you.
Going right. Dead space. I would have called out dead space fucking earlier. Fuck.
Yeah. So then dead space, hold left, push right.
Dead space, hold left, push right. Pushing right. Clear.
Then just, yep. And then coming out. Set.
And Crust dude call last man or tap
Yeah,
gate.
mate.
Yeah. For plating as well, you can like this speed, this walking speed, it's way easier to do it at because the dude behind can just tap shift if he's losing him.
Is alright if I just double tap Q so I'm leaning?
Yeah, we'll do. Let's swap to this real quick, and we'll go in a different order. I'll go at the rear. So we'll just go up this wall. That way.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
So for my lean, I've actually got it as an opposite. So to lean left is E, and it actually allows you to track sideways with A key as you're going around. Takes a bit to
Yeah,
get
right.
used to, but it's fucking
I
handy.
might have to try that.
I just smash both keys with one finger.
I just double tap Q.
No, this is
and it
fucking
holds it.
gymnastics with my
Anyway,
fingers. Bro.
Yep, sorry,
Right.
keep going. Yeah,
Oh, good.
good, yeah,
Good to go
on
with
you.
you, bro.
Right,
Send 2.
close
last
door.
man.
Yep, send 2. With you, bro. So send 2 basically means, I didn't really explain that. Send 2 just means we're going to fucking send 2 past the door.
Yeah, so it's just plating but a different word, right?
Yeah, basically, more or less. Plating just means you're going to maintain that you fucking have like positive body contact.
Yep.
Whereas sending 2 just means you can fucking send 2 past the door.
Okay.
So sending 2 past the door, the first man, so come back, Custy. Different to plating, you just be looking forward.
Oh, both looking forward, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying send 2 as if I'm the team leader as well.
Yep.
All right, your door.
Yep.
So you'd open it for me, so I gave you a little white light. All right. Point. Confed right. Going in, staying left.
On in right.
Must be.
Obviously, we'd get faster then as we go as well.
Yeah,
Right,
I
clear
hit
coming out.
fucking E, so fucked up. My bad.
Set.
Rusty.
Who's the team leader in this search?
So I would be able to see. So point man would have to make the call. So do you either say send 1 with you and you'd cross
Yeah,
it,
send
or
one.
you'd open it.
So if I'm correct, you'd make the call if it's inwards or outwards opening,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Inwards opening, I'm going to open. So that makes you 1 strike. Opening.
Benefit. Going right.
I'll jump.
Nice man.
I'm clear. All
Coming
coming
out.
out.
Set.
Is that enough space?
Yes.
Perfect for you.
On a fed left. Room clear.
Coming out. Set.
Tap.
We'll just stop at the edge of this.
Last man.
Quick brevity shit as well for the doors. Closed doors like this shit. Just come back and look. Your door, my door. Pretty like informal, but obviously easy to say and learn. Your door just means fucking you're going to be the one that is opening it. So if I'm on this side, I'm going to say my door because I'm opening this shit, right? So my door. I'm going to
Act.
do something.
Yep.
So my door.
Act.
Opening. The fuck?
Point. Corner fed.
With
In
you.
left. Right, man.
Good.
Fucking
Waiting,
run the
right?
rabbit,
So
essentially.
the idea of it is whoever's fucking opening the door, it's their door because it's their door to open. Make sense? So either one of you can say that. So if I'm here and that I figure out it's my door, I say my door. If Barney's here and he wants to let me know that it's my door, he'll say your door. Either of you can say it. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
And
This,
with using Sorry.
No, you're good. It'll be a lot easier to actually fucking figure it out while dudes are saying it and we're actually doing it. Other shit which I'll just fucking get some doors for or some walls for real quick. Oh, I can't place those walls. Anyone have anything else to add real quick or?
No, it all sounds good. I think something that I probably would add would be the level of comms. Like, if you can keep talking to your teammates, like it's going to maintain that flow of, you know, I know what my buddy's doing.
Yeah.
And the concession with that is too, unfortunately, someone's going to go down at some point. If your buddy stops fucking talking to you, like, oh shit, where's my buddy? And you can deal with that at that point in time. So that comes into like your combat first aid. Like, oh fuck, where is he? Let's slow it up. Let's deal with this. You can let your medic and all that sort of rubbish know at that point in time.
Yeah, so in armor, like fucking non-verbal shit's all good. But in armor, it's pretty good to keep it all verbal because then everyone has the same SA, like you said. So like bumping dudes off and shit's like all good up until the point that other dudes aren't aware of what's going on. Just because like there's an obvious inherent lack of situational awareness in armor. So you want to try and keep it as slow as possible.
Which is where that comms thing, you just got to keep talking. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I got a scatter teleport, I do.
I don't have a parachute.
I was just doing that
Thanks.
that was a bit of conditioning, boys. All right. I didn't see that it said 15,000 meters on the fucking teleport.
Nice.
Shit for like crossing opening spaces like this. It's same as partition shit. But you can either pie this, but you don't have to worry about fucking plating or pieing all the time. Like this one man can just get here, and then just fucking go set here, set, and then you can just move past. Two man for this would obviously get to this corner, then cold set as well. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool, we'll run that back. So like this is moving down streets and shit. All right, moving. Kind of left. Set.
2. Set.
Moving.
So just keep everyone
Set.
who's moving past is cold moving. So Custy moving, and
Moving,
Custy would also call last man for me. So I'm last man.
Set.
Last man, Barney.
I don't.
Let's go, Custy.
Bumping.
Nah.
Oh, where are we going?
Sorry,
So-
you tapped me.
We'll just, as if like ejection and shovel still out in the open. I'll just get my walls with. Smaller gas will obviously. All right, that was Custy.
Crossing.
Moving.
Last man move.
Moving.
Set.
Grassy last man.
Cross ya. Keep pushing.
Moving.
So you can either bump through shit
Fuck.
like this,
Set.
Oh, okay, yep.
or you can fucking like plate off, which like.
So you
all
just
the- all the
stand in
same.
that position?
Yeah, because it's
you
it's the
move
same as
into it.
plating.
Yeah, so you just stand in it.
You don't really want to fucking overexpose yourself, but at the same time, it's like.
Makes it easier for us
It's more situational awareness for this one dude, and especially in armor, as you said, it's easier for fucking you guys to do.
Yep.
With this one, yeah, say that's the end of a building, the rest of it's open field. Would the person who's currently set here watching the whole left area, would he stay there and everyone pushes past through the open field and you just go last man, or would he
Yeah.
remain number one?
He'd so if our direction travels still this way, then yeah, he'd be fucking last man at that point. So he's set looking left, moving. Then we'd all move past him, and then call last man. The other thing for open shit's rolling T's, which just means 3 dudes up at the front on line. So big shit that happens in armor is dudes like to go file, and then there's a single gun looking forwards, and everyone else is going to hit the dude in the back of the head. So rolling T's just having. We get a fucking pole.
Rusty loves rolling T.
Fucking love rolling twos.
Bang, bang,
Aggressive.
bang.
My thing.
So if you got like 10 or 5 or some shit, you you basically just gonna have 3 dudes up the front, then dudes in the rear trailing. They can either guns up or fucking looking in your direction. But the whole idea of it is, again, you can fucking have the 2 far dudes doing cross cover. If you're rolling down like a tight alleyway or some shit, and the dude at center still looking forwards, or you can have the dudes on the right looking left, out to their respective direction, which is either or right. Makes sense.
Yeah, so a lot of that's going to involve like a little bit of self-thought. I mean, if you're in, as you say, open field, sort of pushing onto a compound, you know, left and right guys can look left, right.
Yeah,
As you
they'll
said,
look at the corners of that.
narrow streetway or corridors sort of thing. Yeah, crosswatch.
All right.
You know,
Any-
think for yourself, I guess. Communicate.
Main shit's like it's in the SOPs and they're pretty well written for it, is like considering what you're doing and how it's benefiting, and then also considering what you can be doing and if it would benefit. So the plating and shit is obviously
The
something
whole
you can
look
do that
for
would
work
benefit.
kind of thing. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Sorry,
also
the
don't-
plating.
No, you're right. Look for work. But like plating's an example. But also if you're out of work and there's no work to find because there's fucking 6 dudes and they're working on the other spots, then break up. Cool.
Yeah.
Do dudes want to hit some buildings with dudes inside?
With like me foot or a soccer ball? Or... Sorry.
With your guns?
Let's do
Like King hit out back of the fucking
it. Fucking do
servo.
it. Let's do it. Yeah.
Well, I've marked a few spots. We're just going to say that they're all caches. We're doing a fucking big cache roundup. But
Okay,
some to
yeah.
the west and shit, you guys can take Vix, or I can fly a heli for you. One of you will have to designate yourself team leader, one of yous.
Let's
to us
chopper.
it.
Can I?
Little bird hits.
Can I make a decision?
Yeah, big chopper.
Let's fucking chopper onto them.
We'll, do you want to go
Nice
little
quick
birds?
hits.
Go little birds.
We
Boys.
fit.
Ooh, he's
Who,
right
who wants the
here.
team lead?
I'll give you that shit.
I'll take it.
Crusty roll?
If Crust is.
Fucking threw me off, he just teleports into the fucking helicopter. Looks at the helicopter, looks back, motherfucker's gone.
Alright, we'll wait one. Really?
Yeah, buddy. Ah, Krusty,
me.
what the fuck?
Here
Oh, I see how it is. Motherfucker.
Mark Crust.
we go. Fuck we going.
Yeah, just tell me which ones you
I
want.
reckon that closest one, if you land on that roadway, like north of it, because then you're sort of eliminating that angle of fire from the target building actual. Push around that first one onto the second.
All happy?
Strike back.
Oh, Bondi, you can see her.
No, you're in, Crust.
Alright. Yeah, it's like 20 meters. And, building. Fish.
These? Like at the Y or further south?
Just past the line.
Okay. Lovely.
Take your safety off now.
Had you safety on?
Yep. While we're doing training, we should have your fucking safety on.
This is my safety, sir.
Can I just
Able to get
reiterate?
to 1-1 channel.
Yep. Just reiterate. Remember your comms, guys. Talk to one another.
Contact on the rooftop.
Rooftop, no. Shot order.
Nice.
Now let's go.
Going right.
Left with Yoda. Back. Like that. With it. Yep, cross the wall. Good job. Set. Good job. And push across the wall. Back, mate. Yep.
Well,
Set
40
where
mics.
you are. Across the building. On your ass. Roger that, right. Set.
Boys, leave that building. The others have got it. Take the shed.
Opening. Yoda.
Freeze real quick.
Door-
Does everyone
doors
freeze?
mine?
Everyone freeze. Everyone freeze. Everyone freeze.
Yep, fries.
Come out of this side of this building real quick. I just want to point something out. No, so slow you guys were.
Oh, sorry.
So we have two teams working the same building, and one of the teams walked up on the side of the wall that has like open windows and shit. Like we all have ATACs and shit. We all have blue 4 tracking. We know where everyone is. Like Emu Shark, do you reckon you should be walking along these windows while these dudes are inside clearing the building, or?
Nah.
No.
Yeah. So
We
just
should have
like
pushed to the other building.
yeah, same thing as what Custy was saying. Also, when you guys got off the bird, it's a lot easier to fucking figure this all out now than it was fucking while we were dilly-dallying in there. Moving office shit, it's good to take initiative and like start moving and shit. But Crusty being the team lead, he can easily fucking tell you what to do as soon as you're on the ground and then get going. Like as soon as you're on the deck and you're receiving contact, Crusty needs to go like, all right, online pushing south or some shit. Instead of fucking like 2 or 3 dudes just like walking off by themselves and getting in front of everybody else and preventing dudes from shooting at the cunts that are shooting at you and also getting in the way of them. Does that make sense? Cool.
Yeah,
so
can we
it's
split?
good. Yep.
Sorry. In the instance that we are, can we split the numbers into color group fire teams? So
Yeah. So
enabling that fire team lead to or the team lead to say, you know, blue, you're gonna hold base of fire, blah blah blah.
yeah, I should have had you guys do that at the start, but
Yep.
honestly, pretty rushed into it. I'll join for the next one as well. So it's 2 teams of 3. Custy, if you want to fucking assign TLs or anything. Are you whispering? Yeah.
Krusty's
No,
dead.
no, I was walking.
Oh, shit.
What are we doing?
Fucking is on Whisper. I can't hear.
We'll
him.
just assign team leader in 2 teams.
No, fucking order can take the other one.
What team do you want me on then, boss?
Orders team.
All right, is that red?
Yeah.
No, red, I suppose. With you guys.
Cool. Now, I'll be honest. While I've been doing this, there's still like 4 cunts alive. So feel free to like. Hold on. You know what I'll do? We'll back this up as if we just fucking landed.
Yep.
We're behind this bush right now, so you don't get shot.
Good cover.
Yeah, man. Good
Concealment.
concealment. Yeah, chinks.
Yeah, fair enough.
Big chinks. All right. Well, I'll actually fucking get us back in your board. Why not?
Sorry, what are the teams? You got Barney and Yeet on red, and what are the others?
Orders on red.
Yeah, what's all the rest of us on blue?
So I'll step back. Ah, fuck.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Get the fuck. Just remember to do the comms as soon as they're on the ground, tell dudes what they need to do.
Yeah, we'll make sure you're on that channel. What sort of Shrug and Emu heard me give that last comment to abandon their building.
It definitely wasn't.
10 seconds.
Yeah, free.
Jack.
Yeah, gotcha.
Red
Shots.
take building 1.
On your ass, bro.
Blue on me.
Let's get up on this right side, buddy.
Look at left.
You're stacking your building to move
Right,
past it to the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, act that on the corner. Pineapple. Like, yours.
Contact left. Chops him.
Looking long. Contact
Yep,
building
Jagged on
far.
back.
Oh, clear.
Man down on me. Yeah, here comes the CFA. Oh, he's so quick working. Look at him.
Pushing the
Fast
wall.
hands.
Drop one. Building far.
Yeah.
Set on con.
With you.
Someone going long, Remu.
Nah.
Holding right.
My bad.
No. It's yours. On ya. No.
You're right.
Open doorway front. Cash.
Act. Windows.
With you. Watch him right. That's your door, Barney.
Act. Pipe.
Ash left.
Corner fed. Left. Going right.
Set in charge.
Going out, going left.
Click.
Holding right.
Set.
On ya. Left.
Right.
I'll detonate both. With you.
And up.
Moving left. Last man.
You guys have explosives inside that one?
Be clear.
Back north, Sexville.
South.
South.
You mean north?
No, south.
South.
Right.
Oh, fucker. Okay, there we go.
On your right.
Go for a
Blue
stroll.
maneuver to the northern wall.
Casual stroll. Act that.
I'm watching that left. I'm watching left.
Right.
Which home's in the grams to your
Stoppage. Up.
Good hit, good hit.
moving. Go to rear.
Squirter at the back.
I think it was like 5 high or something. Did he move?
Well, I fucked that up, didn't I?
Silly goob.
I thought you said push it in. And then, yeah, fucking gotcha. And then I was looking at fucking
Compound clear.
tab, and because the colours are all fucked up, I was like, fucking, those cunts are moving.
Does that move without me?
I didn't die, so it's okay. Yeah, I fucked that up. Oh, fucking 10 cans nope, so anyway. Nah.
Once at bird lifting, permission to det.
Yeah, I seen the blue guys moving. I was like,
Yeah, once we're about to click out.
hang on, I'm red.
I'm just gonna put a charge on these Vics.
Meh. Nah, still matters, bro. To fuck up. Ah, yeah, but
Roger, sir.
yeah, that's right. He gave me the order.
Oh. Yeah, that's that whole taking initiative, but taking too much initiative.
What I just did.
Yeah.
Like
it's
it
good
is.
to take initiative.
Like it is. Like, yeah, and a simple miscom
Yeah.
is essentially what happened. Like a miscom, and then I've gone, yeah, fuck it, I'm pushing it with those
Yeah.
other guys, and yeah.
Are we going straight to the next one?
Yeah, feel free to mark a HIZ wherever.
Yeah.
Or do you want to go
give
back and grab
me,
shit?
yeah.
But
Let's do that.
Alright, no dramas. It's gonna go back and grab kit, I think.
Yeah, Emu and I have put our charges down.
This one have shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's hot.
Like I
I mean,
brought,
I'd still want
I
a
brought
couple
more
minutes
than just
to
one
actually
stick, bro.
play
If
this
you
next
want
one.
demo,
So
just
just
ask me. I'll pass
so
it.
rush
Alright,
you go.
let's do it then. We'll do other plans and shit. I want to do some push goes on the other team.
Oh, good flying.
That was a fucking quick
That,
fly.
that was the best fucking flight I've ever.
Oh, didn't mean just touching us off.
I'll wait until you're done, Custy. Actually, I'll just say it here so everyone can hear it. Buildings and shit, and like planning on raids, let's do more than just marking out buildings now. Let's start actually figuring out who's going to what building, whether that's changing the color of the mark to red and blue or
Yeah, that's what I was
whatever.
gonna do.
That's probably the
Yeah.
go, yeah.
Something else too for that is like it's real easy to fucking plan a raid on a compound when you can actually consider like the fire maneuver between the two teams, like having one team on fire, one team on maneuver. So obviously there's stuff here with primary breach point here. It's pretty easy to send a team here and get them up or get them into this building or around this building whilst having another team here. And then they can also do some fire maneuver off of each other where this team can breach this, get eyes out. They have cover on these buildings and these teams can move through whilst they're covering. Same deal with fucking these teams. So once this team's cleared this shit, then they can cover and these cunts can maneuver on this. Same kind of shit. This compound isn't very good for it, but there's like a lot of easy ways to do that kind of shit. Does that
Can
make
I
sense?
just a thought that I just had? So on that primary breach point, right? Can I? It's probably Captain Obvious shit again, but reiterate: make sure both teams are set before you do that breach, because otherwise, like you said, the first team's into this building, and then your second team, if they're fucking still lagging behind or something, if you rush that shit, you're not really establishing what we're talking about.
Yeah, so like same considerations here from like PIP to move to AL1. Like obviously fucking blue team, if they're taking these western buildings, blue team needs to pull cover for these dudes to the south whilst they cross to the east to AO1. Which is the same kind of thing. I think like breaching on this should only be done by one team because you'd be button hooking around for each team or just button hooking across. But yeah, you're right with fucking teams being ready to go. But that's something like across the board as well. Everyone like apart or like who is in TF77, there's some dudes who are like really on it and ready to go all the time. Then there's some dudes that lag behind. So I guess it's like a Like, I should always be trying to improve to constantly be ready to move and shit.
Look after your teammate as well. Like, if someone looks like they're lagging, like, come, bro, we need to go.
Yeah, there shouldn't be much of that.
I would hope not. I'm being captain obvious. Sorry, guys.
Enough rambling for me tonight, though, I think. Sorry.
Words of wisdom.
Alright, that is planned properly. So we're just gonna infill about 50 meters north of the entrance. What we'll do is rolling T towards the eastern side of this wall. Red's gonna break off and move to their primary breach point. Blue's gonna punch in and start moving building to building, alternating with Reds as they clear their buildings through here. If we take excessive fire as we're infilling, we'll be moving to the alternate insertion point here, which looks to be a little bit downhill, so we should be out of yards of the guns. In which case, if that's the case, then we'll actually, I'll fuck that off and make this our alternate insertion, alternate breach point. If there's not a hole in the wall, then we'll blow the wall down and we'll basically just run it in reverse from there, with our exfil being up north as opposed to in the south.
Easy, do you want to?
Yep.
Do you want to roll T up to be PvP, as in heading for the T
Yep.
is PvP?
Yep,
All right.
that's right. And once we reach that, then red breaks off to your PvP, and as soon as you breach, that's when we'll breach, and we'll be able to bound off each other through the compound.
Can I recommend something?
Yep.
If we're up here, I'd say it would be easy to break each team into each element. So you have blue just breaks off left, and then red can break off right. Because same thing with that, the benefits from that as well. You're still getting that like cross cover from these cunts moving down here, being able to look right into these unknowns, and these cunts up here being able to look that way as well. Whereas obviously pushing rolling T into the open, like rolling T's all good in that when you're fucking moving up to a position that's like unknown and like circumstantially, but rolling T into enemy usually isn't something you want to do because it keeps you in a straight line where you should be maneuvering.
Yeah, I was just concerned because this area here is 8 meters lower than this area, so I'm not sure Reds will actually be able to cover blue, if that's the case. That was just my concern, once I saw that area was lower.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I gotcha. However you want to do it.
Worst case, we can all just follow this way. Blue holds, red hops over. Worst case scenario.
Any plans about fucking having teams get setting any of these buildings and moving off each other, or?
Say again?
Any plans about having any of the teams getting set in these buildings and then moving off of each other, or?
Yeah, once blue's cleared BO1, then we'll be able to cover reds as they, depending on what building this is, as you guys stage from AO1 to, well, this looks like it's probably 2 buildings, so probably moving from here around the side to this one here. As reds clears that one, cover for blue, let's move to BO2 and BO3. Once we've cleared that one, we'll be able to cover reds to AO2, then cover AO2 to BO4, then to extracts. Yeah.
Cool. I agree with that. Yeah, just remember, as Barney said last time too, boys, remember the comms and shit. Like, it never hurts to fucking say too much. It might be annoying to some people, but fucking... Like, especially with team leading and shit.
So straight from the get-go, off the bird, blue team is in line formation moving forward, correct?
Kind of keeping to the road.
Yeah, yeah.
I think what you want to remember in that instance, Emu, is like you've got an obvious sort of threshold out of that primary breach point for blue.
Yeah, so
you're going to move around and try and keep a bit of a dead zone using this wall as that cover on your infill into the location.
Yep.
Sweet.
Actions on civvies, get them to fuck off. If they don't, just handcuff them and leave them. Vehicles and caches, we'll prep the dates once we've cleared the compound. Everyone set?
Yep. Good to go.
Set.
Alright.
30.
I'll get the bird back over you. Don't want to.
There we go. I didn't want to fucking walk that way.
Far.
Yeah.
I'm not walking.
Left.
Strike. Stop eating cheesels. Hurry up.
Just get a comm check going for anyone that's reloaded their kits or anything.
Yeet.
Emu. Gotcha. Didn't have you, Emu. Emu. Gotcha. Truck. Gotcha. Order. Barney.
Set.
Easy. Order. Clear to log 40 mils until we get about 25 meters out.
Damn, check out that.
Ten seconds.
Where's that?
So Jeff White off the left.
Any left?
Got an emu down. Monster.
Double story right watching.
Heck.
On the
Yep.
corner.
Last man. Pine. Yep, yours. Watching right. Yeah, yeah. Watching right with you, Bunny.
Can't see fuck all. Going round me.
No, watching your right if you want to push. I'm watching this doorway to your right.
Stoppage.
Right.
Contacts as building the far side.
Yeah, need one.
Last man. Contact reach. Down.
With you.
Hit.
Entrance is on the other side.
Yeah.
Wait one. Patch.
Crusty.
I'm holding back.
Go this way.
Tourniquet and fucking I'll be right.
Entries on my side.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
take that your
tourniquet
side
set.
Yep, need one.
Yep,
Yep,
go.
with you.
Alright, so
Watch him right, watch him right. Yep. My door.
With you.
Open door.
Locked. Breach. Yep. Breach going on. Breach set.
Roger, breach.
Going in, going left.
Control that 5. Staying left when breach. 3,
Roger,
2,
right.
1. Breach. Going left.
Go, right.
Clear left.
Right. Clear right.
Moving with you.
Door.
Your door.
Act that. Opening.
Running rabbit.
Fuck. Can't
All
have
good. Stand stepping,
Up.
going left.
Roger that.
Left clear.
Right clear.
Right, BO1 clear.
Outside door.
Covering AO1.
Out opening my door. Locked.
Yeah, so we're holding here until they're set.
Roger that.
Coming back.
Act that.
Oh,
Apologies.
Yep.
Yeah, act up. On the door.
Alright, balls are set.
Alright, we move.
Contact BO2 deep right, inside.
Watch your window.
Close door.
Right.
Peeking window.
Yours.
Mine. Going in.
No, thanks, yeah.
Door's locked.
He's down.
Yep,
Door's locked.
Frame
What's up?
charge.
gotcha.
Oh, frame charge. Fuck's sake.
Alright, swap.
Recover.
Cover.
That window.
Breach.
With you, Otter.
Come.
BO2 clear.
Oh,
Set.
do we? Fuck.
With
Yep.
BO3.
Yeah, you.
Good man.
I was watching through this window.
Yep, window.
I'm watching your left. Lock.
Same again.
In charge.
Yep.
Alright, cover.
Back up. Keep going.
Breach.
Hopefully you don't get
That
me.
wasn't. Yeah. Hold him
Back,
left.
BO2 clear, covering you.
Window.
Right.
Yeah.
Last
Can we just do that again real quick? Just real quick. So I reckon we should still hold that way, just as like fucking. If they
Well,
don't
it's
see
an
something,
open
right?
ground, but yeah.
So like if I'm how would I'd do it order. But you're going out, going right. I'm holding left. Then Barney's moving off, and he's calling last man for me. No. Yeah. All right.
So out the door, last man. Then you come order.
Send 2 people front when there's no cover front.
Yeah.
Yep. Window left.
Push back. So you'll
Yep.
flank to get the charge on.
Yep. Yep. Watching right. Yours. With you still.
Watch far right.
Yep. Yep. Watching you right.
Need assist.
With you. Cool. Clear coming out.
Ag.
Barney's on the right as well.
Stone over here, fellas.
B4.
Yep.
Pass man, you
Up.
Moving.
Push past.
Taking door. Please don't be locked.
Need help?
Wait one.
Fuck.
Room clear.
Does.
Open it.
Did you?
I'm going for the second door.
Going in. Button hooking.
Yeah, what the fuck was... Well, the first man just ran in.
Yeah, BO4 clear. Emu down.
Oh,
I assume he was first, man.
So the
Vic-
first man just ran into that.
Vehicle west. Techie, Enfy to the west.
Emu's back.
Good hit. Covered now.
Placing charges.
That was me. Oh, do you need a hand? You're right.
Got an enemy RPG or friend?
Heavy enemy. Moving back to B1 to plant a charge.
You need one?
Charge is planted.
Contact's pushing us. Yeah.
I'm gonna unsling
Yeah,
my
back
helmet.
out, back north, alternate extracts.
Waiting for you.
2 drops south. PB down.
Last man.
Moving.
Ready to move.
How you going, all?
Think I'm
Yeah,
moving straight
pushing
back.
back, I think he said.
That'd be BO1.
Holding.
Last man.
Last man.
Roger up. Move. Pasture.
Yep.
Push him.
Blue move.
Move back to the heli or elsewhere?
Alright, yeah, bit of index. We'll go back and talk about some shit. Let's head back to the compound. We just raided.
Up north.
Ted, come south, boys, come south. Like real quick points. If there's ever a situation like this where there's a window, but like obviously you can see through, and you might want to take because it's going to allow you to see into the room. If it's in the direction of the enemy, then it's a lot easier just to fucking hold security here, like with your 2 dudes over here, hold security here, and the other dude works this, instead of trying to fucking pick this door without anybody covering you. Because there was a situation, I think twice, where someone was like pieing this out, rainbow pied it, and then he was just sitting on this side of the window, looking in with no cover out this way. I just hit my fucking keyboard. But yeah, so it's the same thing of like what's going to be safest for you, because you can hold security here, and you're protecting these cunts while they work on this door. Whereas if you're doing this, you're not protecting these cunts anymore. and you're also endangering yourself, right? Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Cool. I think there was something else as well, if someone remembers it.
That's fine.
The big one at the end?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's for breachings as well, for any breach charges, because I think Amy did that because the breach was there, so you wanted to bump up. Is that right?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, so whenever we breach, we'll just make it like standard swap that fucking you back it up to like the nearest corner or cover, which would then be here. And you're not pulling security here while you breach either, because that's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like you just throw back around this corner. This dude can just hold here.
Yeah.
The second dude's probably the breacher. Third dude can just watch rear, and then breach, and then you can just fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
I brought it up to them because I did it on the second building where they pushed me forward into the window that wasn't cleared and also out into the open field, which still wasn't cleared. Which would have been better if we just pushed back to either the original building or try to fit in that gap there. Instead of saying, hey, push down, we put a breach charge on this, it should be push back or push back into the last point of cover.
Yeah, it's pretty small though. Any other points from anybody else or input? I think that was fucking good though. That was way better than the first one. No? Cool.
On the last building of blue, taking slower through the last door.
I'll back that up and say that, yeah, was watching it from across the compound, and the first man in, I don't know what your local comms were, but looked like it was pretty rushed.
We've got scattered support working.
We're home.
No, we heard it. Yeah, like it was corn-fed right. Just you're both most likely going to be going straight into the room. Just do a quick check of the door. Can a fat or slim boy fit behind that? If not, you're free to move on. If you reckon someone could fit into it, do a quick check. Most likely the second man in the room, or depending on the orientation of the door to the room.
We'll do 2 more of these if dudes want to, and then call it done.
Yeah, peace
Cool.
time back.
Find 2 more compounds real quick, and Krusty can write up 2 more planned arenas.
If anyone who's a medic or something, can I get some blood?
Oh,
I'm nearly watching a film back in the fucking 60s, 50s and 60s right now.
Is that better?
That's much better.
Sweet.
Reset your kits.
Alright, I want to set it, call it there for myself. I'm going to go.
Easy, bro. Thanks for coming. Krusty, I'll put 1 down. It's pretty large.
Fuck, all the way down there.
Yeah.
Oof. Alright.
Should be pretty handleable though.
Back.
Is that a fucking airstrip? It is.
Happy for you to use like 1 dude as SBF on that as well if you wanted to. Oh.
Ooh.
I didn't even see it or hear it. Yeah, just because there's low.
I'm thinking like in here.
Don't have to do that though. I'm okay if you want to.
We don't even know. The only place we can land here is this spot. Because this is a bit weird. They've been airstrip with thick vegetation all over
It's
it.
it's pretty. It's like 5 to 8 meter separation between trees. Kinda a little bit denser. It's not super dense.
Right. Look at us on the fucking ATAC.
Personally, I'd land in this valley, this re-entrant back here. Push back through here.
I'm in the ATAC. I can't see what your marks are.
No, that's not across there. Off to the southeast.
Yeah, I think I'm already looking at that.
This is like a re-entrant, yeah.
How fucking steep is this? Oh, that's hella steep.
It's fucking steep. We're ordered as well. Hey,
We got 5 dudes near, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking across. That re-entrant that runs off that to the southeast.
How do we want to do this?
Sticking with the same teams.
Yeah.
Don't
Actually, I've got a
doing
funny
that across.
feeling. That's fine.
I've got a feeling.
That today's going to be a wonderful day.
No, it's gonna be a good
Absolutely.
night. Bang.
anyone disembarking wants to follow the contours along here, starting at this wall and then moving to the primary breach points. From here, blue are going to hit B1 and then move through these, was it B1, B2, B3 and B5. Once we've reached B5, we're going to set there, and while we're doing that, red's going to move A0, A1, A2, hold at A2 until blue's set at B5. Once we're there, we'll provide cover for red's move to A3, A4, A5, then blue to A6, red hold, cover for that, and cover for blue to move to B7 if this wall here is if it's like a large stone wall that blue can't cover red to A6. Upon that movement, what we'll do is probably reds to A11, looping back, blue B7, 8, 9, 10.
Cool.
And primary exfil northwest compounds, same as before. Actions on civs, just tie them up, and vehicles caches, plant debts once the compound's been cleared. And what we'll probably do as well is put like a phase line in here. Once we're about halfway through the compound, any quick medical checks and shit like that, take care of it before we cross this line. Questions? No? Cool. And everyone to 1-1 radio. Hello?
The other ones are marked as well. It's like a fair few markers, but it's small buildings.
Yeah. Are we including the outlier buildings?
I'll just box on the current one.
Yeah, current ones like this one to the north, and the buildings.
These will put out. This one to the north, yeah. These two, yeah.
Okay, those to include. All right.
We'll say the ones to the southwest and no longer exist.
Mark that one east side as a A12.